Greetings, everybody. Erin Taylor Young coming to you for our 52-week memory verse challenge. And it's earlier today than normal because, hey, I'm up early. So, Erin Taylor Young, you can catch this at Erin T. Young at catch.me/Erin T. Young, something like that. You can see these on YouTube. You can get the 52-week memory verse challenge verses at my website. That's erintayloryoung.com. And let's see, I'm an author, I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, I'm a podcaster. You can catch my podcast I do with my podcasting partner at writefromthedeep.com. That's WRITE. Hi, nice to have you join. So we're going to do our 52-week memory verse challenge here. We started last week. We talked about this verse because there's two verses and we're trying to go through one verse a week. So let's just do a quick review. Blessed are those who trust in the Lord, whose trust is the Lord. They shall be like a tree planted by waters, sending out its roots by the stream. Hi, nice to have you join. It shall not fear when heat comes, and its leaves shall stay green. In the year of drought, it is not anxious, and it does not cease to bear fruit. Let me flip this around. All right, so here I am. Okay, so last week we just talked a little bit about the beginning part, that blessed are those who trust in the Lord and whose trust is the Lord. And I talked about how Jeremiah loves to do this thing in this particular book. He was doing this quite a bit, it seemed like. He uses both the noun and the verb form here about trusting in God. So it's an active thing. We trust in the Lord. Blessed are those who trust in the Lord. There's the verb. And whose trust is the Lord. So the object of our trust is the Lord, and that's the noun part. And I love that because it reminds us of the dual nature. We have to both actively trust and we want to focus on the object of our trust. But that's all well and good. And today I want to talk about the rest of this verse. They shall be like a tree planted by water, sending out its roots by the stream. It shall not fear when heat comes, and its leaves shall stay green. That's getting on to the next part. I want to talk about this because this fascinates me. The tree is planted by the water, is planted by the stream, and its roots are extending to the stream. To me, that's focusing on this inner nourishment coming. So we've got the water coming through the roots, coming up into the tree. We all know how that works. It's not that it's watered on the outside, it's watered from the inside. It's like this inner nourishment. And what I love about that is it's inner nourishment for outer circumstances. It shall not fear when the heat comes. That's outside. And its leaves shall stay green. So that's outside. We've got these green leaves in the heat because of the inner nourishment. And so I love that. It's like a reminder to us to stop focusing on what's going on outside and focus on what's going on inside. The next thing I want to tell you about this is that with this whole stream thing, I think one of the reasons why it is hard for us to trust is that we really do fail to recognize that it's got to be a stream. So let me talk about Jeremiah 2:13. I'm going to read it for you here. I got it written down. My people have committed two sins. This is something that God is saying. They have forsaken me, the stream of living water, and have dug their own cisterns. Broken cisterns that cannot hold water. So what that tells me is that we are so prone to wanting to, instead of wait for that stream and rely on that stream every day, we want to pile it up into our cistern. So in case, the stream dries up, so this is our tendency. Our tendency is to want to stockpile, and we not do this? We trust in the money we have in the bank. We trust in the job. We trust in all of these things. And so we want to trust in our stockpile, our cistern. And God is saying, no, your cisterns, you guys don't realize, is broken. It doesn't hold water like you think it does. But I am the stream of living water. And daily, I want to feed you daily. And it's so hard for us to trust in that daily meting out, sort of, in that daily giving out of the stream of living water. But that's exactly what God wants us to do, and why, again, it focuses our trust on God and the inner nourishment instead of our stockpiles. And so I want to just mention one more thing here. At the end of these verses, it says, in the year of drought, it is not anxious, and it does not cease to bear fruit. And I think another part of that is for us, that anxiousness. We're so willing to obsess over what's going on. You know, there's a drought, there's heat. We're willing to obsess over that and not focus on that inward stream. So I think the way to help us to trust is to surrender that desire to obsess over the outer circumstances. And that's really, really hard. But I think the way to do that is to actively wrench your brain away, and it's an act of your will, to wrench your brain away from that current, that desire to obsess over what's going on outwardly, and focus on inward, focus on your roots by the stream, soaking up what God has for you every single day, and not fearing tomorrow, not fearing the year of drought, because you'll still bear fruit. So that's my encouragement for you guys today. It's Jeremiah 17, 7 and 8, and I'm going to flip this around and read that verse 1. Blessed are those who trust in the Lord, whose trust is the Lord. They shall be like a tree planted by water, sending out its roots by the stream. It shall not fear when heat comes, and its leaves shall stay green. In the year of drought it is not anxious, and it does not cease to bear fruit. Just look at the beginning and end of that. Blessed are those who trust in the Lord. They don't cease to bear fruit. I love that. Take that with you guys. Stick it in your hearts. Have a good week.